Never before had I heard of anything of dynamis or intellecties. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. Their greatest contribution. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. It irks me to discover there's an entirely different form of energy and no one told me. The personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in Celestial, it would be a welcome addition. Assuming he could be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. What do you specialize in? You should wish to know why Emetsoke was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. I'm glad. You're here to learn about Hermes, not me. Apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well within the creature. I dare say it won't be long ere it is released onto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well, the Charybdis. There's a slight difference in etheric balance between these Charybdis. By this, it assumed they aren't the original creations, but the offsprings. Serpentine bird or a winged snake? Ah, forgive me. I thought another member of the convocation had come. It is turning into the eventful day. Okay, well, what's next? I understand there's a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. Specimen created the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning towards water. Its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind diminished. It cannot fly no matter what we try. We cannot get it to rise even the slightest bit. For a change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With permission, I will avert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau the concept be revised. If its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. It is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have to have developed a fear. I should transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. Don't know? Of course not. Transformation is an art. One manipulates the vast quantity of aether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, it allows one to assume many conceivable forms, thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. I am to understand you make a habit of this. Nothing of the sort, it's just that when transformed I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance and we owe to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. I believe I have a solution. Emetsoke, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellow, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? Oh no. No mischief, I assure you. I would spare you the need to report your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. Have faith, run along. I trust you don't mind. Deus is a man of ideas. I wonder what he has thought up this time. Must help Charybdis to fly, or else they will all die. Meteion is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emet-Selch to train the Charybdis. What? Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. With his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you describe, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. I want you to go to Emet-Selch. Tell me of a favor to ask. You'll be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go, and good luck. I have a favor to ask. I have a favor to ask. I have a favor to ask. I have a favor to... Oh, no, 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 no. No, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to. I will not be made to know. I refuse.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Right here?
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
I can't believe we're just hanging out with the Asians.
Please, Emet-Selch.
Come on, Xehanort.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
The Shadowbringer's mount? Really?
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Oh boy.
You were wondering why Emet-Selch joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
And that's why we killed him.
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
He's popping off! Let's go!
Ah yes, I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Javi says you have no clue how hard I popped off when we saw the lad again. Bro, we're hanging out with the Asians. The fucking segment I didn't expect I wanted. But now I'm like, hell fuck yeah, bro. I cannot read this text. Wave. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. Oh, he's moving. I have no words to express my gratitude from this auto advanced. You have my thanks. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. But that I can relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. Creature needed some assistance at first. Soon it will fly more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. With this, we've proven even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal They may well aid their struggling kin in like a fashion when the need arises. Given this in mind, I bid you to continue observing them. If I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility come to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort to giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. I'm fine, don't worry. That concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to the Anagorasis for now. All creations are happy. That makes me happy too. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help you, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Soon as Emmett Selk. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Tell me, right, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think I found it yet. If only my work here were more interesting. Nevertheless, I'm still indebted to you for keeping Meteion company. Just thought I might do. You need but ask. Chief Hermes, good fortune to find you here. Something the matter? The Ikeon, I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation, it set upon the nearby occupants, slaughtering them. Is the creature hungry or somehow provoked? I just fed them myself, and the occupants and the occupedes were keeping a wide berth. Is the nature of the Ikeon that is to blame? Their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creature, perfect in form and function. May not be suited for release. I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Those will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Oh, he's gonna get mad. Where's the scene in the incident? Just off the pass of the 12 Wonders. As you make your way there, you should see it to the left. I don't know if Doris is still there, however. Oh. Army's running off. This is part of his work. Then I would observe, we follow. What the fuck? There's the herd of Ixions. The fuck out of here, Ixions. You all suck. Lacerations and burns are unmistakable. Lycan was indeed responsible. Creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. Man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I should go and seek him out there. Here it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's go look for Doros too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Aria's beautiful, by the way. I don't know if I pointed that out. Would it be you? Doros! That's Doros! If it isn't Meteion, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. Didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. It's as you said, the beasts are quite indeed ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need to concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that Lycaon slaughtered the Occupetes. As observer in charge, you have the opinion that they are not fitted to be released. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. Matters not where they are released. Yeah, it's L. Lycaonis would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibit the same tendencies. Even when we used Karios to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. Allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations' different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, potentially dangerous, depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions. Passatrop may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept the values within prescribed limits. Prevent misuse. All applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act. I deeply abhor. Is still preferable to execution. Come on, Chief. Let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Aether is simply being reduced to its original state. None of the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture. Making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. Creation cannot be properly studied. Even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. Creation is deemed detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis for the greater good. None question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Insignificant their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycaonis have. I keep trying to say it differently. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, ensure nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report. We may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend this discussion? Emmett Silk may better carry out his duties. By all means. Show them the meeting room. Meteion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. I won't go to the meeting, I'll stay with Rhett. Low though I am to impose, may I leave Meteion in your care again? Can you help me with something, Rhett? The meeting is to will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most. Of all creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong. Better in some way, flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel, what we want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. Search for one with me. Here at the 12 Wonders. So we're gonna go get the flower, right? We're gonna go pick up the flower, right? No, of course I can't fucking attune to this shit. Why am I expecting otherwise? Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. Nothing. Anything over there? What could it be? Throughout all of this, we are fucking around here and the world is ending. Rhett, a reminder. The fucking world is ending. The Elpis flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, the Entelekis. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. The flowers turn dark in your home? Do you have it too? A dark emotion? I've been plagued by doubt and anxiety. Hermes has felt the same shortness of breath, while closer and closer. Only him, no one else feels it. Please, Rep, won't you lend them to me? Your doubt and anxiety, I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He's been in a dark place since before he created me. Need to know that he isn't there alone. Others are sad too. You'll do it? Thank you, it means more to me than I can say. Wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. I feel like this is a good idea in concept, but things are gonna go horribly fucking wrong. I am not prepared for the sad times. Do not fuck with me, game. Seems like they're still talking. Let's wait until they're finished.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteion company. Emet and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
I have no clue what's about to happen.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
Look at the little dude. There he goes.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will. But I am not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not the And when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Have no more brooding, eh? You need to go off and do good things with the rest of your eternity.
Indeed. Difficult though it may be, I must endeavor to be strong like you.
Hermes, you're going to have a great rest of your eternity. Nothing will go wrong.
The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are?
Stars in the heavens?
Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life.
What did you say?
One might expect. Exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness.
Did you say
It's getting rather
sisters?
late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
All right.
What was that last turnabout? Please say nothing. Please say it was about nothing and nothing's happening. Only good things. Today will be difficult for him. Be able to get some rest. Please not hesitate to let us know if you are feeling tired. I worry we might exhaust your scarce reserves of aether. The prodigal familiar returns after causing all manner of trouble. We were in our meeting, I'm sure. Solemn and sorrowful. All too brief interlude, perhaps, but it is time I attend to my next task. Emetzok and Hythlodaeus are aware we reached the verdict regarding the fate of the Lyconis. 7 are credited for observation. All 7 must be unmade. Daros has followed the correct protocol, and as chief overseer, I can find no fault in his judgment. Lyconis would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starved and perished. They cannot be released into the wild. They cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved. And as a restricted purpose hazarded life form, Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lyconis have served their purpose. Daros has already isolated the creatures, preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. You are resolved. We have but to accompany you. We must be off. We must return to the main aisle. Are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles. They became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4, the other 3 escaped. I see them to have taken to the air above the 12 wonders. Like a fly? Last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and I handle that one. Pair in the sky you can leave to me. This is how it must end, and so be it. I'll render assistance to Emetzok unneeded as though it is. Meteion, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes... Lyconis must be reverted. I would spare you their pain and mine. It's my burden, not yours. If you're intent on helping me, follow my lead. Oh my god, they can fly. I appreciate your help, and I lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry within striking distance at present. It feels threatened. It may flee beyond our reach. Slowly approach in full view, draw the Lycon's attention. I must warn you, its abilities are fiery. As its temperament once spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. Fear not. By my measure, you're more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught of a few brief moments. Give me time to catch you unawares. Let's begin.
Now. Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld. May you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Van Daniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
There's a lot of drama. I'm fucking drained already watching that shit. The other Lyconis have already been taken care of. The incident is resolved. Life in Elpis continues as normal. Or ends, as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Never has a departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to... I want to read that again. What must it be like to experience such torment? I don't know what answer he's searching for, or if it is within our power to give it. I believe he would make a fine Fan Daniel. If he rejects us at a hand, we will all be lesser for it. Travelers at the Crossroads. This is 87 quest. Where to go now? there's anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused the position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, allow me to remain your humble guide. What of you, Rhett? Will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our fellowship travels unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis. See what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we will first head back towards Ranagosis. From here, we follow the path northward to Notoneus. There we will find one of the teleporters, which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time traveler must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permissions, which I have previously been granted. Only need to use the device once together. Henceforth, you will have to leave to use it freely. Shall we?
I present to you Kalamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arraius. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Good question.
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Dragoon dive?
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
The previous Azem? Fuck is that gonna mean for me?
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future? I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
To protect you from the enthrallment of primals by any chance.
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Wiggle Bottom says, I like how every creature has some weird ass name. And then they're just called sharks. They're just sharks. It's true. My apologies, but before we move along, colleague has asked me with a matter I'd rather not leave resolved. Concept engraved crystal and the quick-fingered Aureus, which made off with it. An Aureus, you say? Might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Oh, take the trail? That would, of course, lead us to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed the crystal you seek.